have you ever been duped? Like you go to buy something on the internet, or maybe it's something you heard about, a SaaS product, and it looked awesome, and you signed up, and turns out it was a bad product. I think this has happened to everyone. I will be the first to raise my hand. Okay, like especially on Amazon, like even though there's reviews, it's easy to be duped, and I want to just put that out there because bad products are purchased anyway, and they're purchased like crazy. And so, what does this tell founders who are launching their tech product? Stop obsessing about adding that one more feature, thinking it's going to change everything. If you're the type of builder who is, feature focused, and you've done the work and you've got a really good MPV, that is the easy way to go. Oh my gosh, if I just add this one more thing, that's going to make all the difference in my go-to-market. And I'm here to tell you, for acquisition, for your go-to-market, your features don't matter that much. Now they matter a whole lot for retention, for once you get that customer, if they stay and if they're happy and if they give you reviews. But when you're going to market for acquisition, features do not matter that much. So you might be focusing on the wrong things. But if you are going to market, you need to get that new business. So your main challenge and main focus has to be acquisition. Okay, how do you do that? Now, there are a lot of different go-to-market strategies, a lot of them, but they're not right at the same time. So you have to think about it by stage. So I'm going to throw these at you by stage, and you should consider them to determine what your go-to-market should be, or even just think about what you've got planned now. So first is startup stage. This is where I'm not going to throw revenue numbers, but I'm going to say their ICP is not validated. You're not sure who your best customer is yet because they're not buying a lot. It's really not been validated. You're pivoting, you're trying different things. And your product, your MVP is evolving still. You're trying to identify what parts of your tech actually resonate. So that's the startup phase, okay? And the strategies most relevant to this exact phase are beachhead and inbound. And what you need to do at this stage is you need to get ruthlessly specific about buyers one at a time, and founder-led thought leadership content. So what I see here, and I'll just tell you, I saw it the other day. So a tech company pitched. I went through their due diligence, and they had 5 different customer types in their beachhead strategy. That is not a beachhead. What a beachhead is you're saying, I'm going to go after this one specific customer in this one specific market, and then I'm going to go after that same customer in the next market, the next market, the next market, and you roll out your markets like that. That is what a beachhead is. So if you're going to go beachhead, that's fine. Especially investors, they know that language. They've heard it a lot. You should get ruthlessly specific about it and have a rollout plan that's reasonable. Okay, growing stage is the next great stage. So that's your ICP is validated, your tech is validated, you know who wants it, and the people want it. Okay, and so your goal here in this growing stage, I would call it, is to prove self-serve. So product-led, this is where product-led makes sense after the startup phase. So you can go to a product-led go-to-market strategy. That means free trial, self-serving onboarding, referrals, incentives. Now, tech founders are typically good at the first two there, free trial and self-serve onboarding. When it comes to referrals and incentives, that's probably where the work is for you. If you're already starting to get that traction around people see your thing and they download the free trial. Okay, so when we're talking about referrals and incentives, we're starting to think about network effects and how that could work. In the building stage, your go-to-market strategies are typically ABM, so account-based marketing, and that's a defined list of under 50 of your best customers you could possibly imagine. And then you just go after them every which way, every stakeholder in that decision maker chain. That's account-based marketing. Partnerships is a great building strategy. You've got the thing going, you've got self-serve, and now you go make commitments with partners so that you start to get a flow from your partners. Okay, so that's a great strategy. Now, if you're thinking about a legacy or exit and you're at that stage and you're thinking about your go to market still, I would encourage you to think about distribution and community. What vendors could you license to distribute your tech, for example? Or, how can you build this into a greater offering of community? So you would expand your products or services potentially at this stage. You'd have adjacent or premium services. You really are focusing here on net revenue retention as your KPI. So you're expanding without additional spend. That's where you want to go if you're at that stage where you're thinking legacy or exit, because those are some of the levers after you've done all of the other things listed. Those are some of the levers that you can push to improve your valuation.